Coming up on Chris 6 Sunrise, it was a late night for Ingleside City Council. What the city decided when it comes to the future of Yaren ammonia projects.
And new rules are coming to Texas restrooms, with many saying this impacts transgender rights. We take a look at what Senate Bill 8 could mean for public spaces in the Coastal Bend.
And many of you are expecting packages this week. We've got some easy tips on how to stop porch pirates this holiday season.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for waking up with the Hoffmans. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. Well, it is a Wednesday. We are halfway through that week, and it's looking pretty nice. I already got the weekend on the horizon, getting ready for the La Posada Lighted Boat Parade on Friday, too. But let's check in with our meteorologist, Stephen Jones. How are the roadways looking this morning, buddy?
Good morning.
Well, good morning, you guys. So far, not too bad. Felt better stepping out the door with the 50s, for us. But those roadways also exactly what we want to see as we're starting off our Wednesday. Plenty of green as we're looking out there. Taking a live look at our SPID camera, you can see a few more cars starting to head out there. But as we're going into it, traffic is flowing nice and smooth as we're looking at that roadway. Getting a good look across the rest of the region, starting off with the Harbor Bridge here, good and green to and from Portland, as well as 181 over to Taft and 361 there. Going towards Ingleside, no slowdowns to report as we work over towards Robstown and Calallen. Those commutes looking pretty good, just a small slowdown there near Violet. And as we work into Corpus Christi for our major roadways, Ocean Drive good and green, as well as SPID, Saratoga, and Crosstown Expressway, no issues on our roadways. And then over into Flower Bluff Drive and Walden Road, both looking good, just that normal slowdown we see closer to the gates at the Naval Air Station. For the most part, wherever you're coming from, and going to a good and green morning to kick off our Wednesday.
Sounds good, Stephen. Thank you so much. And folks, we'll get to your neighborhood news in just a bit. But first, the House Judiciary Committee is holding a hearing today on Affordable Care Act subsidy fraud. The hearing revolves around a report released last week by Congress's nonpartisan investigative branch, the Government Accountability Office. It reported it had set up 24 fake accounts during the 2024 and 2025 plan years, and 22 of those accounts were not caught. The fake accounts in 2025 cost the government more than $10,000 a month in subsidies. The hearing is separate from the deal Democrats and Republicans are working on to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies, though.
So in state news, new rules are now in effect for Texas bathrooms. Senate Bill 8 requires people to use restrooms in public buildings, at least, that match their sex on their birth certificate. The change, many say, directly affects transgender rights. The law leaves enforcement up to local governments. Political analyst David Smith says that the lack of guidance could lead to legal challenges, too.
And so now you can file a complaint and then file a lawsuit regarding someone using a bathroom that is perceived to be inappropriate.
So local colleges say that they're reviewing the new requirements, and the Nueces County Sheriff tells us that his courthouse won't see any major changes because most of the restrooms are single stall.
The industrial future of Ingleside was in the hands of City Council last night as Council voted on 2 industrial projects, including an oil tank farm and the Yaren Blue Ammonia project. Residents showed up at the Ingleside High School cafeteria to voice their concerns, and the Council voted 3-2 in favor of approving the second reading of the special use permit for the storage tank farm. Public comment continued for 3 hours, and then Council then denied a second reading of a special use permit for the Yaren Ammonia project, leaving the project's next steps uncertain.
So a second meeting was held Tuesday night for neighbors to voice their thoughts on the decision for CCISD to close 7 school districts. The meeting was held over at Tom Brown Middle School, one of the potential closures. Many in attendance voiced their concerns about the district's plan to transition students after the closures. 7 schools up for closure are Tom Brown, Haas, and Martin Middle Schools, along with Fanning, Sanders, and Castores Elementary Schools. So the next meeting will be held next Tuesday, December 16th, over at 5 in the evening over at Fannin Elementary School. There will be other public forums, though, throughout December into January. For a full list, head on over to our website, christv.com.
So you're probably expecting deliveries this week, but so are porch pirates. So we have some quick changes you can make right now to protect your deliveries and your wallet. Last year, Debbie became a porch pirate victim when thieves followed her mailman. And it's a crime that's back for its favorite time of year, right? But neighbors say you can lower your chances of becoming the next target with simple steps like doorbell cameras, secure lock boxes, and asking trusted neighbors to grab packages when you're not home.
They'll hide them in like planter boxes or up high, out of the way so nobody can see it. I'm from California originally, but here in Texas, the people are so nice, and they're trustworthy people out here.
Yeah, and police say thieves do their homework the same way neighbors plan for deliveries. If a package is taken, make sure you report it right away, and companies like Amazon often require a police report before issuing refunds.
Well, good Wednesday morning there, Coastal Bend. I'm meteorologist Stephen Jones. As we take a live look at our USS Lexington cam, thanks to First Community Bank, the new Harbor Bridge in view, traffic flowing nice and smooth there, the aquarium nice and lit up, and starting off a little bit warmer than yesterday, coming in at 50 degrees on the money with winds out of the south-southeast at 8 miles an hour, so not too bad out there, but still a little jacket worthy, especially in some of our inland communities. 45 up there in Cotulla as well as Alice and Kingsville this morning. 50 the number for Mathis as we work our way over to Ingleside, coming in at 54, and then a quick warm up over to Port Aransas at that 62 degree mark, going to be our warm spot as we're kicking off our Wednesday. For our current dew points, they're on the rise. We were seeing the 30s and the 40s yesterday, now seeing the 40s and the 50s, so not a significant rise, but still just a little bit more comfortable in terms of the air, and at least not too muggy out there. But as we're planning out the rest of our Tuesday, those temperatures going to be on the rise pretty quickly, pushing 70 degrees by 11 a.m. with plenty of sunshine in store. Those winds out of the south and the east as we head into the afternoon, pushing 80 degrees for that daytime high, especially in some of our inland communities, maybe closer to the mid-70s as you work your way closer to the coast for today. And as we look at the upper level pattern, going to remain with this pattern for the most part through the next few days, with the American Southwest mainly dealing with this upper level ridge of high pressure, the core of that cold air remaining towards the northeast into the Great Lakes and that New England region, with a atmospheric river working into the Pacific Northwest up there. As we're looking at the radar, though, not going to be too much on the board for us today with that high pressure in the forecast. High temperatures going to remain on the rise with that sunshine in store. A brief cool down in store for us as we head into Monday in those upper 60s just briefly before the upper 70s return as we head into next Tuesday. And then our pattern going to settle down as we head through the rest of that next week of December for us. For the radar out there, you can see the clear skies we have right now. And as we go through the rest of the day on the future tracker, going to remain with those clear skies in store for today as well as we go into our Thursday tomorrow. So if you're worried about rain, don't be worried about it for now, but we could surely use it with almost 11 inches to go for that 2025 rainfall deficit as we go into the weekend. If you have some of those outdoor plans, I wouldn't cancel them. We do see the rain chances increase just a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be a washout as we go into the weekend. Rain totals looking less than 1/4 of an inch for us as this system starts to work through, and mainly the showers and storms right now, at least that timing, looking like they'll be more isolated to some of those morning hours for us. So for our 7-day forecast, as we're looking at it, you can see the warm up for us going into those 70s pretty much through the rest of the work week, even into the weekend before that next cold front briefly cools us down going into Monday, and those rain chances still on the board, but overall I'd still keep those weekend plans.
I'm Joe St. George on Capitol Hill. Congress is voting on the big military policy bill of the year this week. So how big of a pay raise are our members of the military getting? And what policy changes for the military are and are not happening? We go in depth next.
Hey, welcome back, folks. 6:12 this Wednesday morning, and you're getting a live look from our Lexington Skycam, courtesy of First Community Bank. And you can see there, if you squint a little bit, traffic flowing pretty smoothly along the Harbor Bridge, looking good too. 51 degrees outside right now, and of course, we will check in with meteorologist Stephen Jones in just a bit. But first, we have some of your national headlines.
That's right. The Trump administration has announced a proposed settlement agreement that would end the Saving on a Valuable Education Act plan, or SAVE. The Department of Education calls the Biden-era program illegal, with false promises of very low payments towards fast loan forgiveness coming at a high cost to taxpayers. If approved, the Education Department said no one else will be enrolled in the program, and those with SAVE accounts are going to be moved to other, more costly plans.
The House of Representatives is expected to vote as early as today on the biggest military and defense bill of the year, known as the National Defense Authorization Act. So how much of a raise will troops be receiving in the $900 billion piece of legislation, and what other changes to military policy are expected? Our Joe St. George reports.
Every year for more than 60 years, Congress has passed something known as the National Defense Authorization Act. It's a mouthful, but it's the big military policy bill of the year. So what's in it and why does it matter? The National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA for short, this year is 3,086 pages long. Because you probably don't have time to read it, here are some of the biggest policy changes in the legislation. Issue number 1, military pay. Enlisted members of the military will receive a 4% pay increase under this year's legislation. For a typical service member making $50,000 a year, that means a $2,000 pay bump. Issue number 2, IVF coverage. Despite a massive lobbying effort, coverage for military families is not included in the legislation, and reproductive advocacy groups are expressing their frustration. The American Society for Reproductive Medicine said in a statement, quote, "It is shameful that members of Congress and congressional staff enjoy access to comprehensive fertility benefits while they continue to deny the same coverage to military families." Issue number 3, Golden Dome funding. The defense bill does provide funding to help complete President Trump's vision for a so-called Golden Dome for the United States. The goal is to construct something similar to Israel's Iron Dome, which is used to shoot down incoming missiles. The Space Force general in charge of the Golden Dome recently explained how the United States' size means the Golden Dome will be much bigger than the one in Israel.
They are defending an area the size of New Jersey. So we are defending a much greater area than what Israel is challenged with. We will deliver that capability in 28 to protect the homeland.
Issue number 4, aid to Europe. The bill limits President Trump's ability to reduce the number of American troops stationed in Europe, while also providing $800 million to Ukraine for military assistance over the next 2 years. And issue number 5, drug boat accountability. The legislation calls for the release of videos related to military strikes on alleged drug smuggling boats, mostly in the Caribbean. If the videos are not released, the bill reduces the size of Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's travel funds.
So, Mr. Secretary, you will be releasing that full video.
We are reviewing it right now.
Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Well, hey there, and good Wednesday morning, Coastal Bend. I'm meteorologist Stephen Jones. As we're taking a live look at the USS Lexington, Cam, thanks to First Community Bank, the new Harbor Bridge in view, traffic flowing nice and smooth out there with the aquarium nice and lit up. And as we're starting off in the 50s, quite a bit warmer than where we were yesterday, with winds also out of the south again, around that 8-mile-an-hour mark. Once again, returning some of that moisture to the air. Looking at those temperatures in your neck of the woods, cooler over to the northwest in Cotulla, coming in at 43 degrees, 45 also there in Alice as well as Kingsville this morning, but a quick warm up towards the coast. 62 the number for Port Aransas, 56 for Rockport, and then as we work towards the Naval Air Station, also coming in at 56 degrees, and that's about 5 to even upwards of 10 to 15 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. It was pretty chilly the past couple of days, so a decent warm up, pretty nice out there as we're kicking it off, but still probably jacket worthy as we're stepping out the door. But as we go into the afternoon, one of those famous Texas days where you have it in the morning and then lose it into the afternoon, surely, as we chase those 70s by 11 a.m., 79 degrees by 3 p.m., if not that 80 degree mark as you work your way a little bit further inland. Winds also turning out of the east and southeast just a little bit more, 5 to 10 miles an hour into the entire afternoon. Maybe some of those gusts upwards of 15 miles an hour for us here in Corpus Christi. But as we look at the upper level pattern, most of the American Southwest going to be under this ridge of high pressure, with the main core of cold air affecting the Great Lakes and the New England area. But you can also see that atmospheric river working in towards Oregon and Washington, bringing them quite a bit of rain as well as some snow into their neck of the woods. But we could sure use some here, but we're just going to see those warming temperatures with some more sunshine on the menu for us here as we go through the second week of December, pushing up in towards the 80s potentially as we head into the weekend, before a brief cool down as we start off next week in those upper 60s, but very brief indeed. As we go into Tuesday, going to see those upper 70s return and then settle down as we go through the rest of next week for us here in Corpus Christi. For the Doppler radar, nice and clear, just a little bit of cloud cover as you work your way towards the south, and that's exactly the trend we're going to see through the rest of today, with plenty of sunshine in store for us as we go into the next few days. Going to be on the warm up tomorrow, not looking too bad as we see the winds briefly turn out of the north. Going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow, closer to those lower 70s, but still going to be around average or slightly above average for us here in the Corpus Christi area. And then as we go into Friday, going to be right back on the warm up towards 77 degrees, and into the weekend, that brief return of the rain chances for us here into the area, but mainly looks like AM showers and storms. So I wouldn't cancel those weekend plans as we kick off next week in those upper 60s. Going to be right back on the warm up into Tuesday with those 70s.
If a package is coming to your porch this week, someone else might want it too. I'm Michaela Chavez, and I'll share some easy, neighbor-tested tricks to help stop porch pirates before they strike.
Welcome back, everyone. So I'm taking a look at these grocery prices, right? Each and every week I give them to you on Wednesdays. These are the prices for some of the staples. These are per the retailer's website as of this morning. Taking a look, though, starting off, price of eggs, first place Walmart at $1.97, followed by Target, and then H-E-B at $2.12 in third place. On to a loaf of bread now. Not too much has changed. 99 cents over at H-E-B. Then Walmart, and then finally Target at $1.49. Next up, gallon of milk. Now, second place and first place, actually tied for first place, I should say. Walmart and H-E-B at $2.87. Target $3.39 over there. And wrapping things on up with the protein. That's right, ground beef. A pound of it is going to cost you $4.79 over at H-E-B, cheapest price I was able to find. Second place, Walmart, $5.44, and then third place is Target at $6.49. As always, if you want cheaper prices than these guys, might want to throw them in your cart while you can, and I have all of these prices posted on our website, christv.com.
Well, good Wednesday morning there. Coastal Bend taking a live look out at our USS Lexington Cam thanks to First Community Bank. The Harbor Bridge in view, but traffic flowing nice and smooth along it there as we're starting off our Wednesday morning. And as we get a good look at the traffic flow across the entire region, looking nice and green for most of us. So starting it off with that look at the Harbor Bridge, yes, nice and green, but a minor slowdown there on 361 if you're making your way from Ingleside into Gregory. And as you go your way over into Taft, that roadway looking good there. From Robstown and Cal Allen, maybe just a minor slowdown there around Violet, but 37 from Cal Allen looking good as you head into Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi ourselves, Ocean Drive good and green, as well as SPID, Saratoga, and Crosstown Expressway. So our major roadways not looking at any slowdowns there. And as we work over into Flower Bluff, Waldron Road as well as Flower Bluff Drive both coming in the clear. And finishing it off with a look at the island, just those minor slowdowns there at the stoplights. So really wherever you're coming from and going to a good and green morning to kick off our Wednesday.
Have you been paying attention to tax changes? New rules could affect your tax return. I'm Holly Furfer with the tax provisions that could impact you and year-end moves to help you save.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Well, hey there, and good Wednesday morning. Taking a look at our Snoopy Sky Cam, thanks to Matthew CCAC. Starting off warmer than yesterday, coming in at 50 degrees. The causeway in view there with traffic flowing nice and smooth as we're kicking off our Wednesday, and clear skies overhead. So going to be on the warm up today. And as we look at those current temperatures out there in around the coastal bend, still some 40s on the board, a little bit cooler off to the northwest. Cotulla rounding us out there at 43 degrees, and 50 is the number over in Mathis. 63 as you warm up going to the coast, and then also down to the south a little cooler there in Kingsville, coming in at 45, 46 over there in Alice this morning. And as we look at the temperature change over the past 24 hours, all of us about 3 to upwards of 13 and 15 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. So a nice change of pace compared to the past couple of days. And as we look at our dog walking forecast today, we've got Roscoe on the board. And as we look at those temperatures for Roscoe's walk this morning, not too bad. 53 by 8 a.m., 66 by 10 a.m., quickly warming up there to 70 by 11 a.m. and 74 as we're heading out for lunch towards that noon hour. As we're looking at the afternoon, though, going to even push that 80 degree mark as we're heading towards 2 to 4 p.m. this afternoon, even 81 degrees there for that feels like temperature by about 3 p.m. this afternoon. So a little bit of a toasty Wednesday on the way. And as we head through the next couple of days, going to really maintain this sunshine across our area with this high pressure ridge working into the American Southwest, mainly the cold air sticking off towards the Great Lakes region with an atmospheric river working in towards the Oregon, towards Washington area, bringing them them a good amount of rain as well as some snow into their neck of the woods. You can see that here on the Doppler radar, the big snowstorm working into the Great Lakes region as well as over into New York. But as we work into the Lone Star State and Corpus Christi, looking here, plenty of sunshine, just a little bit of cloud cover out there towards the south, but we're going to see plenty of sunshine going into today in terms of those clear skies for us, and that's going to continue as we go through the rest of today into tomorrow and even into that Friday time frame, with maybe a little bit more cloud cover finally working in as we go towards that Friday night time frame. But looking at those temperatures and the trends over the next couple of days, you can see a warm day for us today, 79, a little bit of a cool down tomorrow at that 71 degree mark, feeling like room temperature out there. And then as we go into Friday, right back into those upper 70s with just a little bit more cloud cover on the board for us as well before those rain chances start to tick up as we head into the weekend. You can see that here on our rain chances over the next 7 days as we go into that isolated and widely scattered activity heading in towards Friday night, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning for some of our best chances. So I think Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon, if you have any of those outdoor plans, not going to be too bad for them right now. Just going to hope that this timing doesn't shift on us as we go through the week ahead. Whenever we're looking at the forecast, high temperatures through the week ahead, though, as we go into Sunday, that's going to be our last warm day before we go into Monday, just a brief below average day. Then we're going to be right back above average as we head into Tuesday and the rest of next week. That's where our weather pattern starts to settle down just a little bit. Going to settle us in just above average into those 70s. So looking like a good warm week as we're starting to get ready for Christmas heading into it. So as we take a look at our 7-day forecast for us here in Corpus Christi, going to be in those 70s throughout the week ahead into the weekend, as well as those rain chances start to tick up. But rainfall total is pretty minimal for now, around that 1/4 inch mark or less. That cold front briefly cools us down into the upper 60s before we see the 70s and another brief chance of rain heading into Tuesday.
The fate of 2 industrial projects for the city of Ingleside will be decided. I'm Adam Beam with that vote and what comes next.
And this season of giving isn't just about presents like gifts, it's about presence. And that's the only thing one Marine Corps veteran hoped for. Coming up on this week's Veterans in Focus, I'll show you how the community stepped up to make this veteran's birthday wish come true.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
As our Veterans in Focus reporter, I get all kinds of questions, but every once in a while, I get a message that hits me right in the heart. And this one wasn't about benefits or resources. It was about a simple wish a family hoped to grant their loved one while they still could. Take a look.
That's my dad. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Pablo Ramirez served during the Korean War, a legacy his family treasures.
We love him and we thank him for what he has done.
Pablo is the last surviving sibling in his family.
All he has is us.
So every moment with him is cherished.
I live in Kingsville, but every time I come to Corpus, I bring him a little potato salad or, anything, and they're very grateful.
As he's grown older, Charlotte told me Pablo had one wish he wanted to come true.
Because I don't need anything. The only wish I would love to get together to see my siblings, kids, and to meet them before anything happens, right?
Finding an affordable venue big enough to bring dozens of family members together was a challenge.
You can't go to a room with a big gathering for less than $1,000.
Yeah.
So Charlotte actually reached out to me on Facebook hoping I could help. And with the right connections, plans for a celebration all fell into place. Mind Your Business Success Agency and Sal's Bronx Pizza agreed to host the special event, and Brian and I were even invited.
Little note, do not judge the outfits. We're filming this on our day off.
Thank you! Happy birthday! After being greeted with hugs and handshakes, I got to sit down with Pablo.
You're turning 92, right?
That's what they said. I thought it was 90.
90 or 92. Either way, Pablo's birthday became more than a party. It was a family reunion, uniting relatives from across Texas.
Glad to be your brother-in-law.
Pablo even got a chance to meet relatives he had never known.
What is your name?
My name is Jesse Hernandez.
It was a special moment for everyone.
Make memories. That's what we're making today, memories.
Even the co-owner of Sal's felt the holiday spirit early, grateful for the chance to give back to a veteran.
My dad was a vet, and so I grew up in the military family, and so we're always eager to give back to veterans, as well as anybody else in our community.
I'm very thankful to y'all. I'm very thankful to you, man.
Yeah, folks, if you have any questions, we'll always try to point you in the right direction to get some answers. Make sure you call our Veterans in Focus hotline or send me a message for a news tip.
Well, Well, hey there, and good Wednesday morning, Coastal Bend. I'm meteorologist Stephen Jones. As we're taking a look at our SPID Skycam, you can see just a gorgeous sunrise in store for the Coastal Bend this morning with just a little bit of cloud cover out there. But as we look at SPID, also a few more cars heading out there for that Wednesday morning commute, but nicer than yesterday, coming in at 50 degrees with those winds out of the south. So not too bad, not too much to complain about as we're kicking off our Wednesday morning. Taking a look at those temperatures in your neck of the woods, still some 40s on the board. 49 degrees up there in Beeville as well as Alice over there. Kingsville rounding us out with the cool spot this morning at 45 degrees, but also pretty warm along the coast, coming in at a nice 63 degrees, and those visibilities looking pretty good as well, but the dew points not too high. They're in the 40s and 50s for us out there. You can see on the rise from yesterday just a little bit. We were seeing those 30s and 40s now up even towards that 60 degree mark over there in Port Aransas. Going to see them slowly rise as we go through our Wednesday, but not going to be enough for any rain on the board. You can see the Doppler radar nice and clear out there right now, and going to see this trend continue as we head through our Wednesday, Thursday, and even in towards that Friday time frame. Maybe starting to get just a little bit more cloud cover as we're heading in towards Friday, but in towards the weekend is when we're going to see that next rain chance working in. For today, we're just going to anticipate those mostly sunny skies as our temperatures chase about 80 degrees. I'm forecasting 79 here in Corpus Christi, those 80s as you make your way into some of our inland neighborhoods. But those rain chances not completely done like I talked about. I'll go over all those rain chances and the 7-day forecast coming up.
Now, 20 minutes of non-stop news, sponsored by Ewald Kubota.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of non-stop news with the Hoffmans. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. We have plenty of neighborhood news for you this morning. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Stephen Jones to see how the roadways are looking as people get ready to go to work, school, whatever it may be. Good morning, Stephen.
Morning, buddy.
Well, good morning, you guys. Not too bad out there this morning, 50 degrees with mostly clear skies. And as you see on the board behind me, plenty of greens out there on the traffic flow. Let's take a live look now at our SPID Skycam. You can see just a beautiful sunrise with that little bit of cloud cover we do have out there. But with looking at SPID, a few more cars also starting to hit that roadway as we're heading towards 7 a.m. But the traffic's still flowing nice and smooth if you're heading there. As we get a closer look here, starting off with the Harbor Bridge to and from Portland this morning, nice and green. Although as you work over 361 between Ingleside and Gregory, a medium slowdown there. If you go over on 181 towards Taft, looking good that way though, so not too bad. As we're working over into Robstown and Cal Allen, just a minor slowdown there on 44 near Violet, but 37 from Cal Allen looking good in green if you're hitting that roadway this morning. Into our area here in Corpus Christi, Ocean Drive good in green, as well as SPID, Saratoga, and Crosstown Expressway not looking at any major slowdowns here in our major roadways. And a quick look at Flower Bluff, for the most part just a couple minutes there on Waldron Road to account for really wherever you're coming from and going to. Not too bad of a morning to kick off your Wednesday.
I'm your Ingleside neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam. For months, Chris Six has been following two industrial projects that could shape the future of the city. Now, the council will have their vote.
Following their November council meeting, the Ingleside City Council decided to move their next meeting to Ingleside High School to accommodate a larger crowd, and a larger crowd they received. Neighbors in attendance coming out to voice their support and opposition to the Yarren ammonia project.
We're going to have all kind of water problems with the discharge. This is going to ruin what we have here, a beautiful place.
And I've seen the Navy come and go. I've seen the industry show up. All the mom and pop businesses have come and gone, and I think it's a good opportunity to bring more structure to the community.
The project was one of two industrial endeavors to be decided by the council, the other being a tank farm by the Port of Texas for the bulk storage of crude oil. That agenda item received little discussion from residents or from the council, with a vote of 3-2 in favor of the second reading. However, Yarren faced hours of public comment.
Trust is not something which is a right. It is a privilege that is to be earned.
If you guys deny them, just like Mary just did, you want to take it up to federal court.
But in the end, a motion for approval by Mayor Pro Tem Tracy Long received no second, leaving the project's next steps uncertain. For Chris 6 News, I'm Adam Beam.
Adam, thank you so much. For more on his story, make sure you head on over to christv.com. Now, folks, it's been a big year for tax law changes due in part to President Trump's signing of the One Big Beautiful bill.
That's right. Scripps News Group's national correspondent Holly Furfer, she's going to give us a look at some changes for the 2026 tax filing season and how you can prepare.
If you haven't thought about your taxes since last filing season, now's the time to get caught up. New provisions could affect your tax return, and there are year-end moves you can still make to increase your deductions. Monica Heisenrader runs a family-owned diner.
We're excited about what the future will hold.
While the words excited and taxes are rarely used in the same sentence, Heisenrader is excited for the new tax deduction for tipped workers.
From my point of view, I'm very excited for my employees. They work very, very hard for what they do.
The no tax on tips effective through 2028 is one of the many new provisions in effect for tax year 2025.
Up to $25,000 of your tip income can be tax exempt, meaning you won't have to pay income taxes on that money.
Carla Dennis is the CEO and founder of KDA Inc. She says one caveat about the new role, the IRS is looking at 2025 as a transition year.
This is not a year where they're giving real hard guidance on how it's supposed to be reported on W-2s.
A similar change applies to overtime pay.
That overtime portion is not going to get hit with income taxes.
Tax professionals say keep records of tips and overtime so you don't miss out on deductions. Another change is a new $6,000 deduction for seniors, which could cause some confusion.
There was already a senior additional deduction to the standard deduction. This is not that. This is a new deduction if you otherwise qualify for, so don't overlook it.
Other notable changes, no tax on car loan interest for qualified vehicles, expiring clean vehicle credits, and expiring home energy credits. The IRS is also phasing out paper refund checks. Anyone getting a refund will do so electronically.
That's a smarter, faster, safer way to get your tax money direct deposited into your bank account.
Stieber urges all taxpayers to squeeze in some tax planning by the end of the year, especially if big changes apply to you.
There's so many changes that we should see how it goes, but it looks very promising for people that work in the industry.
Holly Furfer, Scripps News Group.
Well, hey there, and good Wednesday morning, Coastal Bend. I've got to show it again, the SPID Skycam. We just have this gorgeous sunrise from this view, thanks to that little bit of cloud cover we have off towards the south. You can see also SPID cam there. As you're looking at it, you can see the traffic starting to pick up just slightly, but still flowing nice and smooth as we're kicking off our Wednesday. Also with 50s on the board, not too bad. Still jacket worthy this morning, but as we head into the afternoon, we're chasing that 80-degree mark, so going to be on the warm up for sure. Taking a look back at yesterday, those daytime highs were right on the money at 71 degrees with that average also there at 71. The morning lows below average coming in at 39, but still short of the 29-degree record we set back there in 1978, and rainfall quickly coming up on 11 inches shy in terms of the rainfall for 2025. For temperatures and feels like out there, you can see cooler off to the northwest towards Cotulla coming in at 43 degrees, 45 for Alice as well as Kingsville, and then much warmer over in Port Aransas coming in at 63, and as we work over to Ingleside coming in at that 54-degree mark. For our dog walking forecast today, we've got Roscoe here ready to go on his walk over there in the Bill Witt Dog Park, and as we look at those temperatures for Roscoe, 59 by 9 a.m., 70 degrees by that 11 a.m. hour, 74 by lunchtime, so definitely on the warm up as we're heading into the afternoon with plenty of sunshine on the menu as well. For feels like temperatures into the afternoon, chasing 80 degrees by 2 to 4 p.m., topping out around 81 degrees by about 3 p.m. or so before we go into the 50s and do it all again as we head into tomorrow, but coming in just a little bit cooler in those lower 70s for tomorrow. As we're looking at the upper level pattern, we're going to see this ridge of high pressure in the American Southwest, mainly high pressure going to be influencing our weather pattern as well. So keeping that sunshine in store for us here in Texas for the most part. The core of that cold air going to remain towards the Great Lakes and into the New England area, bringing them a good, decent snowstorm. But as we look at our Doppler radar, just dealing with that little bit of cloud cover, thankfully though, providing us with a nice sunrise this morning. But I do wish we had a little bit of more rain on the board. And as we go into the future tracker, you can see we just don't have it as we go through our Wednesday. Going to be seeing those blue skies today, and as we go into tomorrow as well, you're going to see those blue skies, but just a little bit cooler in terms of temperatures before they come right back up as we head into Friday, into those upper 70s before we head into the weekend and see that next rain chance in store for the Coastal Bend, but only going to be isolated to widely scattered at that. Rainfall totals a little disappointing around that 1/4 of an inch mark or less, so not going to be the drought buster we need, but still we're going to take every drop we can get as we go into the end of the year. Whenever However, we're looking at our 7-day forecast. We could see the 70s as we go through the rest of the week. That cold front anticipated to work in by that Sunday time frame as we go into Monday, starting off in those upper 60s and then quickly going to warm right back up into the upper 70s by the time we're heading into Tuesday.
You're probably expecting deliveries this week, but so are Porch Pirates. I'm Michaela Chavez in the Bay Area, and I'll show you quick changes you can make right now to protect your deliveries and your wallet, thanks to your neighbors. Last year, I introduced you to one of your neighbors who became a Porch Pirate victim.
They had been following the mailman. Right after the mailman came, they pulled in the driveway and they just grabbed the packages and, took off.
It's a crime that hasn't gone away, and really, it's back for its favorite time of the year. For people who shop online, like Tim.
NFL.com, Amazon, Costco. Yeah, I've shopped on a few different retailers.
It can feel like no one's really safe.
I've seen videos on YouTube, and yeah, it's pretty sad.
But here's the good news. You can lower your chances of becoming the next target. First up, cameras. Neighbors told me they use doorbell cameras like Arlo or Ring. Some even get creative with where they put them.
They'll hide them in like planter boxes or up high, out of the way so nobody can see it.
Another neighbor showed me she's got a security system right by her front porch. And speaking of porches, some people are installing secure lock boxes on their stoop to protect packages.
People building like little mailboxes where it's a secure place on their front door.
Most retailers give you a delivery window, but we all know that doesn't always hit. And you also can't wait around all day. So if a package does show up and you're not home, ask a friend or a neighbor you trust to grab it for you until you get back.
I'm from California originally, but here in Texas, the people are so nice, and they're trustworthy people out here.
And if it comes to it, have it sent where you know you'll be.
Maybe you could talk to your boss and have it delivered at the workshop or wherever you're working.
CCPD says thieves do their homework. The same way neighbors plan for deliveries, criminals scout routes. If a package is stolen, report it right away. Companies like Amazon often require a police report before issuing a refund. From the Bay Area, I'm Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 News.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
The House Judiciary Committee is holding a hearing today on Affordable Care Act subsidy fraud. The hearing revolves around a report released last week by Congress's nonpartisan investigative branch, the Government Accountability Office. It reported it had set up 24 fake accounts during the 2024 and 2025 plan years, and 22 of those accounts were not caught. The fake accounts in 2025 cost the government more than $10,000 a month in subsidies.
The Supreme Court will hear arguments today on how IQ scores should be factored into a person's eligibility for the death penalty. The case centers around a man who was convicted of capital murder and has taken 5 IQ tests with scores ranging from 72 to 78. The state of Alabama has deemed the man eligible for execution with scores over 70, but attorneys say the scores are low enough to indicate an intellectual disability. The average IQ score in the U.S. falls between 85 and 115.
The Trump administration has announced a proposed settlement agreement that would end the Saving on a Valuable Education Plan, or SAVE. The Department of Education calls the Biden-era program illegal, with false promises of very low payments toward fast loan forgiveness coming at a high cost to taxpayers. If approved, the Education Department said no one else will be enrolled in the program, and those with SAVE accounts will be moved into other plans.
The Houston Astros are selling off 3 of their minor league teams to Diamond Baseball Holdings, including the Corpus Christi Hooks. The sale also includes the Sugarland Space Cowboys and Fayetteville Woodpeckers. All 3 teams will remain Astros affiliates and keep their current local leadership. In other words, nothing will change about how you enjoy Hooks baseball. Astro owner Jim Crane calls Diamond Baseball Holdings the perfect partner with a successful track record. The sale is expected to be finalized in the next couple of weeks.
The city of Corpus Christi will be hosting their Litter Critter Free Cleanup event this weekend. It's going to take place Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. over at W.B. Ray High School. Items that are accepted are brush, bulk items, household trash, tires, and metal items. Items that are not accepted are household hazardous waste and concrete. Commercial hauling is not allowed. For more information, visit cctexas.com.
The Corpus Christi Public Libraries are hosting their winter coat drive. From now until January 31st, you can drop off gently used coats, jackets, or sweaters at any location during normal business hours. All sizes are needed.
All right, so the 27th annual La Posada Lighted Boat Parade is coming up this Friday, and we've got a front row seat reserved just for you. You'll be able to watch the parade live right here on Chris 6, hosted by Michelle and I yet again. Dozens of boats will be decked out with hundreds of lights, plus there will be special performances too. Join us on Friday at 7 p.m.
Here's a look at what's trending now. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You is back at the top of the charts and has now tied an all-time record. The holiday favorite, released more than 30 years ago, has spent a total of 19 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. And that ties the record set by Shaboozie's A Bar Song, Tipsy, and a Lil Nas X's Old Town Road featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. Billboard said All I Want for Christmas Is You was streamed more than 33 million times, and this is the 7th straight Christmas season that the tune hit #1. And I can see why.
Yeah, because it's time. I did not hit that high note, but yeah, no, it's a classic. You got to go with that. And in the Hoffman household as well, Michael Bublé. Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Or Frank Sinatra.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, those
Love
are
me some
definitely
Sinatra.
those are also definitely some classics. You know, Mariah Carey, you got to stick with her sometimes, but just throwing on a good Christmas playlist, you know, I don't know if I have necessarily a favorite one that I'd say.
Yeah.
But as we're going into it, not feeling as much like the season today, but I don't know if I'm complaining. 50 degrees, you know, out there as we're starting it off. It's a nice change of pace compared to the 40s and the feels like temperatures in the 30s that we saw yesterday, and going to be even warmer this afternoon with plenty of sunshine, chasing 80 degrees out there. We do have a gorgeous sunrise on our hands, though. Here's a live look out at Snoopy's Pier, starting off at 56 degrees, thanks to this view from Matthews CCAC, of course. As we're starting it off, the causeway in view, a few cars heading out there for that Wednesday morning commute, but with winds out of the south as well, also starting to see those dew points slightly on the rise into the 40s and 50s now compared to the 30s and 40s yesterday. Taking a look back at yesterday, though, those daytime highs were right on the money with that average coming in at 71 degrees. Morning lows below average 39, but short of that 29-degree record we set back in 1978. And rainfall-wise, I don't think we're going to make it by the end of 2025, coming up on 11 inches shy for where we should be this time of year. For the temperatures out there, still a good chill in the air towards Cotulla, 43 degrees, 45 out there in Alice as well as Kingsville this morning, but a little warmer as you work your way along the coast, 63 in Port Aransas, 60 there in Rockport, and as we work over towards Mathis, coming in at 50 degrees. For our dog walking forecast this morning, we've got Roscoe on the board, ready to go on his walk right here in Nueces County, and as we look at those temperatures for him, 66 by 10 a.m., 74 though by that noon hour on the quick warm up with plenty of sunshine, and those winds out of the southwest about 5 to 10 miles an hour as we head into the afternoon, with feels like temperatures going to continue to climb towards those 80s as we head towards the 2 to 4 p.m. hour, but then going to go back down into the 50s as we're getting ready to kick off our Thursday tomorrow, so not too bad. Luckily, not expecting those 30s to make their return for now. For our upper level pattern, you can see the core of that cold air towards the Great Lakes and the New England region, but the American Southwest mainly going to deal with this ridge of high pressure influencing our weather pattern here in Texas and the Corpus Christi the most part. Going to keep us nice and sunny these next few days. We will see a brief cool down tomorrow though. For our Doppler radar, nice and clear out there right now, just a little bit of that cloud cover off towards the south, and this is the trend, exactly what we're going to see through the rest of the day on our future tracker. Plenty of blue skies out there, going to get us nice and warm today, and as we go into tomorrow, that trend going to continue, but with winds out of the north, only expecting those lower 70s for tomorrow as we're seeing those near normal temperatures before they quickly come right back up to the upper 70s heading into Friday, and then into the weekend going to hold with us as we see our next rain chance start to return to the board. For our rain chances, you can see how they peak, start to tick up there by Saturday morning as we go into Sunday morning as well. By the afternoons, I think we're not looking as bad with more partly cloudy skies for us, and not going to be a total washout or a total drought buster. Like you saw, we had almost 11 inches to go. Right now, rainfall totals looking at that 1/4 of an inch mark or less with this system as it works through, and as we go into next week, not looking too promising in terms of those rain chances either. For our forecast, high temperatures, just a bit of a roller coaster. Only that brief cool down by the Monday timeframe before before we come right back up. And as we look at the 7-day forecast, you can see where we're going to have that brief cool down going towards the Monday time frame after that brief chance at rain going into this weekend. But I wouldn't cancel those outdoor plans because looking mainly isolated to the mornings, and as we go into next week, still going to hold those overnight lows in the 50s and 60s, you guys. So not too bad. Luckily, we're avoiding any of those freezing temperatures for us. And I think this weekend looking still pretty good for La Posada right now.
Ooh, yes, I agree. So we'll still make sure we dress in layers, but you guys can enjoy it at home too.
Yeah, just got to be prepared, right?
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Stephen. And folks, thank you so much for joining us for Chris 6 Sunrise. We hope to see you tomorrow, and we hope you guys have a great day.
Bye.